Hi guys and welcome back. So growing up I loved reading Hansel and Gretel and I always imagined this big gingerbread candy house and I wanted to crochet one of my own. So here's my really cute, extremely simple gingerbread house. This is made in a couple of very simple steps and all you need to do is assemble everything together. You can put any little touches that you like all around it. So let's get started. So here are all the supplies that you need to make the gingerbread house. I'm going to be using this brown color as a base. This is Red Heart Super Saver. Here are all the details of the yarn. It's in Cafe Latte. I also have Red Heart Super Saver in white. You're also going to need yarn in other colors that you want. So I'm going to be using red as well as some green for some details. Along with all of this yarn, I'm going to be using a 3.75mm crochet hook because all the yarn that I'm using is medium worsted weight yarn. I also have a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, and I have some school glue right here. This is any kind of white glue that you want to use. You're going to mix this in a 1:1 ratio and apply it all over your work. Basically, it'll help to stiffen your project a little bit since we're not going to be adding any stuffing to it. Also, I have a small piece of foam board right here. You can even use cardboard if you don't have foam board. This we're going to use to create the base of the project so that the base is steady. So before we get started, I just wanted to draw and show you what we're going to be creating. So we're going to have a front piece and a back piece that look like this, which are going to be the same pattern, exactly the same size. Then we're going to have two pieces that go around the side that are going to look like this. Then we're going to have one piece which is the bottom, which we need to reinforce a little bit, make it a little thicker. And then finally we're going to have a larger piece which is going to be the roof, which is going to go on top. So your house is going to look something like this. On the sides you're going to have the walls. Over here you're going to have the roof that gets placed on top, and on the bottom you're going to have the base. So in a very rough fashion, this is what it's going to look like. So now we're going to get started with the front and the back panel, and I'm doing it in the brown yarn. So to get started, you're going to prepare a slip knot. So make a loop with your yarn. With the tail end, make another loop inside of the first one. Pick it up and pull. Now insert your crochet hook and tighten. Now we're going to start with a chain of 26. So to create a chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and go ahead and make 26 chains like this. Now once you're done with your 26 chains, you're going to skip this first stitch, go into that second stitch which is right here and place a single crochet. To do a single crochet, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, that's 1, into the next one 2, into the next one 3, and you're just going to place one single crochet until the end for 25 single crochets for this row. So now this is the repeat pattern that you're going to follow for the next 8 rows. You're just going to chain 1, turn your work around, and then place one single crochet all the way around until the end. And for each of these rows, you're just going to have 25 single crochets. So go ahead and do 8 more rows exactly like this. For each row, chain 1, turn, place one single crochet across, and once you're done with your 8 rows, meet me back here again. So once you're done with your repeat rows, this is what it should look like. Now we're going to start building up the triangle shape on top of the house. So to do that, you're going to chain 1, turn. You're going to place a decrease in the first 2 stitches. So if you can see, each of the stitches has a V pattern. We're going to split this V and only pick up the front loop. So only the front end of the V. So I've picked that up for the first one. Insert your hook into the second stitch, pick it up only for the front. So if you see, the back loops are still remaining. We've only picked up the front and we have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now go ahead and place one single crochet till the end, and when you reach the last 2 stitches, we're going to do a decrease again. So once you reach the last 2 stitches, meet me back here again. So now I've reached the last 2 stitches. Let me show you how to decrease one more time. So the V is right here. I'm inserting only into the front loop of the first one, into the front loop of the second one. I have 3 on the hook. Pull through 2, pull through 2. So if you see, you can see that our work is beginning to curve up. Now for the next row, you're just going to chain 1, turn, and go ahead and place one single crochet all the way around until the end. Now that I've completed this row, I'm going to chain 1 and turn, place a decrease again in the first 2, one single crochet all the way around until the end, and then a decrease again in the last 2. So basically we're going to repeat the row that we did 2 rows ago. So I'm at the end of this row and I'm going to place a decrease in the last 2 stitches. Now for the next row, chain 1, turn, and just place one single crochet all the way around until the end. So now I'm going to explain the repeat pattern that you need to follow until you reach 3 stitches on top. So basically we're going to keep decreasing till we reach the tip. To do that, you're going to chain 1, turn your work around, place a decrease on the first 2, just the way we've been doing it so far. One single crochet all the way around until the end, and in those last 2 stitches place a decrease again. After you're done with that, chain 1, turn, decrease, one single crochet until the end, and then decrease in the last 2. So we're not going to do that row of just one single crochet. We're going to skip that and just do these decrease rows all the way until we reach 3 stitches on top. So again, to explain it to you one more time, chain 1, turn your work around, decrease in the first 2, single crochet till the end, decrease in the last 2. So complete until you reach a little triangle pattern, and I'll show you how to proceed. So now I've done the decrease pattern all the way until I've reached 3 stitches. So 1, 2 and 3. For the last row, you're just going to chain 1, turn your work around, insert your crochet hook into that first stitch, into the second stitch, and into the third stitch. So you have 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all of the loops. So if you see, your little front pattern is complete. Now repeat the exact same pattern one more time to create the back side as well. So now let's start working on the panels that are going to go on the side. So for that, you're just going to basically follow a very similar pattern to what we did for the base of the front and the back. So you're going to start with a chain of 26. Now you're going to go into that second chain from the hook, place one single crochet all the way around until the end, and when you reach the end of the row, you're going to chain 1, turn, and then continue placing one single crochet all the way around until the end, and you're going to do this for 8 rows in total. So complete your 8 rows of this pattern. So again, to explain it to you, when you reach the end of the row, chain 1, turn, one single crochet around, chain 1, turn, one single crochet around. Simple pattern for 8 rows. Do this for 2 pieces and we'll have the side panels ready. Now before we make the rest of this, what you just need to do is mix some white glue along with water. You can do it in a 1:1 ratio. This is what the consistency should look like. So it should look like a watery version of white glue. And don't worry, once this dries, it actually dries completely clear. So just brush it on your pieces. Brush it all over the front and the back, and then let this dry overnight. So give it enough time to dry. This will help make your pieces much stiffer. So since we're not using stuffing, it always helps to make your pieces stiffer. So go ahead and apply your white glue mixture all over the pieces that you've created so far, because for the roof as well as the bottom, the 2 pieces which are left now, we're not going to need to do this. So it's a good time to do this now. Brush on your white glue mixture and then let this dry completely. So once you're done, you can start working on your floor, and we're going to prepare two pieces which are exactly the same size. You're going to start the same way as we did for the sides. Basically, you're going to start with a chain of 26. Then from the second chain from the hook, you're going to do 25 single crochets. And what we want is, we want this piece of the floor to be a square. So what I want you to do is just take out any of the little house pieces that you have, and then you can measure it against that. So if you see this way, it's the right size, and when I turn it around this way as well, it's the right size. So do your repeat rows of 25 single crochets till you've reached the entire width of your main front and back piece, and that finishes the floor. So go ahead and do two pieces like this, and then once you're done with two pieces, I'll show you how to attach both of them. So now I finished both the pieces of the floor, and I've also cut a small square of the foam board that I had. I'm going to place this in the middle of these two pieces like this. I'm going to insert my hook into the front and back, so I'm going through both the pieces and attach my yarn. Now what I did was, since I was making the individual pieces, I actually snipped the yarn off. What you can do is, while you're working on the second piece, don't snip your yarn off and just continue working it. Now you can chain one, and then you're going to go into the front and back of each of the stitches and place a single crochet. You can do a slip stitch as well. I just feel like a single crochet definitely helps hold the piece much better together. So you're going to do that on all four sides, and when you reach to the corners, you're going to do one single crochet, chain one single crochet. So when you reach one of the corners, I'll show you how to work that. So now I've reached this corner. I'm going to go into the front and back, place a single crochet, chain one, into that same stitch place another single crochet, and then continue on with the front and the back for the rest of the sides. So go ahead and finish all four corners. And what I've done is, I've removed the foam board now because it's a little difficult to work if it's inside. Don't forget to put it in when you're on your very last row right here. Once you're done, you have a nice steady piece that looks like this. So now at this point, if you want, you can attach the sides as well, and we're going to do that with the white colored yarn because we want it to look like frosting. So I'm just going to place one of the sides right here, and don't worry about these ends, we can always tuck these in as we go. We're going to do the same thing that we did, which is insert our hook into the front and the back, attach the white colored yarn, and then just do a single crochet across the sides. So the piece is laying flat now, but once we attach the front and the back, it will stand up straight. So now I'm done attaching one of these sides. I don't want to keep snipping my yarn off, so I'm going to try and do this in a continuous stitch and then sew up the sides as well. So the next piece that we're going to put is the front portion, which is going to go right here. So for that, just figure out how you want to place it, which piece you want to go in front, which at the back. Once you've decided on that, you're just going to attach your yarn to this piece. So I'm just gonna place one chain right there. I'm going to turn this over, put my hook on the outside because we still want the frosting to show on the outside, and then just go ahead and insert into the front and the back and attach this piece with single crochets like this. So once you're done attaching these two pieces, you're going to put your other piece here and then the back at the back. So go ahead and make all the pieces, create the structure, and then I'll show you how to attach the sides. So now once you're done putting the four sides together, this is what it looks like. But if you remember, we still haven't done the sides. So now let's start working on sewing the sides together. I'm going to continue with the crochet hook even over here. So this is my first side. I haven't snipped my yarn off after doing the bottom. So I'm just going to go into the front and the back on the sides and attach them together. So go ahead and attach it till the top, and then I'll show you what to do next. So now once you're done sewing up one of the sides, the best thing to do is just snip your yarn off, pull it through, and then reattach in the next corner and continue placing one single crochet till you have all the four sides done up. Now once you're done, this is what your piece should look like. So you would have seamed all the ends and you have the sides and the top and the bottom. Now we'll add the roof. So now we can start working on the roof piece, and I followed the same pattern as I did for the rest of this. So this is 25 single crochets across, chain 1, again 25 single crochets. So follow the same pattern as you did for the base or for the side, exactly same number of stitches. And what we're going to do is, once we reach the tip, so if you see from the base till the top right here, I've completed this much. So I've reached the midpoint, which is over here. So till then you're just going to follow the same pattern. In my case, that's about 22 rows. Now once you're done with that, for the next row you're going to chain 1, turn. If you see each stitch has a V, we're going to go into that back loop, so the loop away from us, which is this one right here. Place a single crochet, and for this row go only into the back loop and place one single crochet across. So if you see again, you have the V right here, split the V, pick up just the back loop, place a single crochet. Once you're done with this row, you're going to chain 1, turn, and for the next 22 rows again, you're just going to follow the same pattern as we did over here. Now I'm saying 22 rows because that's what it is as per my gauge. What I suggest is, as you're making this, just keep measuring it out and make sure that it reaches from the tip till the top of the base over here. That's the size that you want. So you're doing this, you're going to have the back loop row here, and then you're going to have the other side which will fall this way. So complete your roof and then I'll show you how to add it on. So now once you're done with the roof, this is what it looks like. And if you see that one row where we put in the back loop single crochets, that helps fold this up like this. And if we place it on the house, it fits right on. So now what you're going to have to do is, the same way as you did the bottom, you're going to have to sew on one side. But what we're going to do is, we're going to sew on this side, sew on the top, but we're going to leave the other flap open so that we can basically open it like a box and fill some goodies inside. So I'll show you how to do that now. Also, if your house is feeling a little flimsy right now, don't worry about that. Once we add the roof, we're going to put a coat of the glue mixture one more time just to make it a little more steady. So now to attach the roof, I like to start from the bottom. So I'm just going to attach my yarn to the last stitch on one of the sides like so, and pull the yarn through. Do a single crochet and then go ahead and do one single crochet across, and we're going to do this on all four sides, but let me just show you what I mean. So when we're doing this side, we're going to attach our work this way, but when we go to the other side, we're only going to do the single crochet on the sides. It's a little confusing at this point. What I'll do is, let me finish attaching this side. Once I reach to the other corner, which is the way going up, I'll show you what to do. So the first thing you're going to do is just go ahead and attach this end to this side. So now that I'm done attaching this side, we're going to start working up the top, and this could be a little tricky. So you're just going to have to hold your two pieces together like this, and continue your single crochets. So the first couple of stitches may be a little difficult. Make sure you're holding both pieces together, the roof as well as the front, and go ahead and place your single crochets across. Once you're done and you've reached our row of back loop single crochets, meet me back here again. So now I've reached this row, which is the back loop single crochet, and as I told you, I don't want to attach this side over here because I want my box to be able to open. So now I'm going to continue doing single crochets, but just on the roof. So if you see, I've separated the roof from the rest of the piece, and I'm gonna go ahead and place one single crochet. Once I reach the corner, I'm going to place one single crochet, chain one single crochet. So do this all the way until you reach this side right here, so the other side of our back loop single crochet row, and then we're going to attach these two ends together as well. So basically you have a box that opens up like this. So I've completed crocheting all across this side of the roof, and now we need to attach the roof back onto the rest of the house. So I've reached the tip right here. I'm going to go into this stitch, and I'm going to go into that tip right here and pull the yarn through. This may be a little bit of a struggle, and just place a single crochet, and then you're going to do the same thing as we did before. Hold both the pieces together, go into the front and the back, and place single crochets all the way until you reach your starting point, which is right here. So complete attaching these two sides. So what you've done effectively is you've created a little box like this. So it's attached here, but it's open from this side. Now once you're done, you've come back to this spot wherein you had started, and what I want to do is I want to make this a little more like icing. I want to give it a little shell effect just across the entire roof. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into that first stitch, we're going to place a slip stitch, we're going to chain 3, and into that same stitch we're going to place 4 more double crochets. So that's 3 and 4. So including that first chain 3, we've done 5. Now we're going to skip the next stitch. Into the stitch after that, we're going to place a slip stitch. So just pull the yarn through. Skip the next one. Into the one after that, you're going to do 5 doubles. So that's 2, 3, 4 and 5. Skip one. Into the one after that, place a slip stitch, and this is the pattern you're going to follow. Skip 1, 5 double crochets, skip 1, slip stitch, skip 1, 5 doubles, skip 1, slip stitch. So you're going to do that all across just the roof. So you're going to go this way, up, across this side, which is the open side, and then on the side over here. So complete your roof with the little icing, and then I'll show you how to proceed. So once you're done, you should have a little shell border that looks like this. So this is what it looks from the other side of the house. You have some little shells of icing. Now I've slip stitched into that very first stitch. So just to show you, yeah, this is the point wherein I've done my last double crochet. After that, I'm going to go into that first stitch right here and just place a slip stitch. Pull your yarn through, snip off my yarn and just pull it through. Since it's actually difficult to show you from the top angle, I just wanted to show you what the house looks like. So of course this is still flimsy because we've not given it another coat of glue, and we can just push all our little shells down. But this is what it is, and if you open it up, you have a little box. I haven't hidden my ends yet, so you can still see them, but for now this is what it looks like. So let's start doing the windows, and I got a nice little idea of doing the windows in yellow because I wanted to look like the lights are switched on inside the house. So we're gonna go ahead and start with a chain of 7. And then from the second chain from the hook, we're just going to place 1 single crochet all the way around. Same pattern as we've been following so far, but except this time we're going to do 6 single crochets, chain 1, turn our work, 6 single crochets again, and do this all the way until we have a little square, and that's going to be our window. So go ahead and make your little window. Let me just show you the first row. So I'm done with my 6 single crochets, chain 1, turn, and then 6 again, and I'm going to continue this until I have a tiny little square, which will be my window, and then we'll do some window frames around it. So now once you're done, you have a little window that looks like this. Now we're going to create a small window frame across. You can do this in any color you want. I want it to be a little more subtle, so I'm going to go in with the white. That's the color of my icing. Chain 1 to join, and just place 1 single crochet all the way across. When you reach the corners, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, and that's how you're going to create your little frame. So prepare the frame all the way across, and then I'll show you how to proceed. So now once you're done, this is what your little window looks like. Just go into that very first stitch, place a slip stitch. If you really want, you can do the little frame across. I don't like to do that. I just like it simple this way. So go ahead and make about 4 or 5 of these. We're going to place them all around the house. Now we can start working on the door. I'm sure you have an idea of how we're going to do this, exactly the same way as we'd done the windows just now, except instead of making a square, we're going to do a rectangle. So this time we're going to start with a chain of 8, skip the first stitch into the second stitch, single crochet, and then you're going to chain 1, single crochet across all the way until you have a door of the size you want. Basically we want a nice rectangle that's going to fit into the front of our house. So do about 3 more rows of this, and then you'll have a little door ready, and we're going to do some decorations around the door as well. So now once you have a little door like this, we're just going to snip our white yarn off, pull it through. Go ahead and attach some red. We're going to make a candy cane door with white and red. Chain 1 to attach your yarn, and now you're going to go on all 4 sides with the red. Basically once you reach the corners, you're going to do 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet. Otherwise just place a single crochet all the way around, and you'll have a little candy cane door ready. And once you're done, you have a little door that looks like this. So now let's put on our basic elements, and then I'll give you a couple of ideas on how you can add on to this a little bit. So the first thing we're going to do is attach the door. So to attach the door, you're going to pick whichever side you like the best, because that's what we're going to use as the front of the house. So for me that's this side. I'm just placing the door in the center, and then I'm just going to do a simple stitch from the outside to the inside with the red yarn, and then attach the door on. So make sure that you're going just around the red, because if you get into the white, then your stitches are going to be visible. So make a really simple stitch and attach your little door. So once you've put on the little door, this is what it looks like. Now we can start working on the windows. So what I've done is I've actually made 4 windows, and the way I'm going to attach it is I'm going to do 2 on either side. So I'm going to have one right here, one over here, and then on the other side as well you can have 1 and 1. So you're going to stitch it the same way, just thread it on and then do a stitch across to attach this. So let me attach this and show you what it looks like. So I've put in some of my decorations, and I have something like a too much jeans, so I don't know when to stop. So I really had to hold myself back. But what I've done is I've made a little Christmas wreath right here, added a small bell. So this is really simple. Just make a magic ring, place about 12 single crochets inside of it, and then you're pretty much done. You can make 2 little handles. I have the door right here. I have 2 windows on this side. I just put 1 window on the other side. I didn't feel like putting 2. I felt like it was too much. And then at the back, I put in 2 candy canes. So the candy canes are really easy to make. Just make a line of single crochets, fold it over, and then when you stitch it, use some red yarn. And then I made another wreath over here with 3 colors. Again, the same thing, just used a magic ring. Place 12 single crochets. For the second row I did an increase, and for the third row I just placed 1 single crochet all the way around. Just kept doing it in different colors. If you want, you can also add on some decorations to the roof. I didn't really feel like doing that because I like it just like this. So now I'm just going to place my ends in. What I'll do is I'll glue these down. So what I'm going to do is now I'm actually going to put another layer of glue and water all over and let this set completely overnight. And my little gingerbread house is ready, and you can open it and store whatever you want inside. So here it is complete. I've let this dry overnight, and if you see, it's much stiffer now and it looks absolutely great. Perfect for decoration around the house. Nice to keep little candies or little treats during your Christmas parties. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video, share it with all your friends and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.